All right, welcome back to another episode of All-Star Husky Sports Podcast. Man, we got another very special episode today with some very special guests. We got NIU baseball on the pod today. So first, I'm going to let them introduce themselves because they got some great resumes. So first, we'll start with you, Eric.
I'm Eric Erato. I'm a senior kind of utility player here at NIU. Been here for 4 years, getting out of here in 4 years. Just enjoying my time in DeKalb for sure.
Absolutely.
My name's Adam Brouwer. I'm a redshirt sophomore and a pitcher here. So this is my first year at NIU. So yeah.
Thank you, boys, for coming today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
And then, of course, we're joined by our baseball beat reporters, Mr. Joseph Segretti and Zach Bertram. Boys, how we doing?
Doing good.
Good. So since there's 5 of us, I'm going to be handing the mic back and forth so I can talk and then Zach can talk. But these two will be running the show most of the time today. Okay. So Zach, I'm gonna give this to you and then you can start too. Okay.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
All right, so the first question I got for you guys is just, what got you guys into baseball? Who are some of your favorite players growing up, and just how did you get into the sport?
I'll go first. I think what got me into baseball was definitely my dad. He played college baseball. He went JUCO, and then he went to an NAIA school in Iowa. So it was always kind of built into me early, just like pick up a ball, throw it as far and as hard as you can, and just kind of carried over that way. But my mom also had a great influence on me. She's always pushed me to work really hard. And growing up, Milwaukee Brewers from Wisconsin, so I was a big Carlos Lee fan.
Okay.
Mike Cameron, Bill Hall, all those old timers. So definitely those guys, just the fun they had with the game, definitely kept me in it for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Adam?
Yeah, I'd say for me, I don't know if I had like a defining moment that got me into baseball. I just kind of like started. I have like a really addictive personality, so like once I started playing, it's like just locked in on baseball.
There you go.
I don't know if I had like a real player that I like my childhood. I'm trying to think.
Maybe
more
what
recent,
team
like-
do you root for?
Oh, the Cubs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a Sox guy, as you can see. Boo.
But yeah.
Well, obviously you came over with Copeland, and Copeland's new for you. So, and we've already reached the win total from last year with 10 wins. So, just how has Copeland kind of changed, like, the culture? And, what has he brought over from Illinois Springfield that you've recognized so far this season?
Yeah, I think, number one, like, he sells himself, like, as a winner.
Mhm.
Like, the biggest thing, like, he got here, like, he told us, and mostly talking to you guys, like, you guys are winners now. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, a losing program anymore. Like, I'm your coach, we're going to win games. And, like, that's just been beaten into our heads over and over. So I think it works. It obviously is working.
He just instilled day one that we're going to win, and we're going to win any way we can, whether that's pitching the ball as well as we can or hitting the ball all over the park every game. But he definitely instilled right away that it was a new time, new culture here. We're winners, and it's always fun to be around them, It's a big family with 39 players. We got 4 coaches, and any single moment, any single day, you can have a conversation with anyone, and it doesn't matter who it is. It's always the same.
And then this is more for Eric, but what I've noticed as of, with last year, there was a lot of there wasn't a lot of lineup changes. The same lineup, a lot. But this year, guys are in different positions. Guys are different spots in the batting order. Do you think that's kind of helped, the team have a more successful start this year?
I'd say, yeah, it's definitely helped, but it's also there's a lot of factors that go into it. You're trying to find a lineup that can produce wins, so you have to change stuff up. Guys are doing well, you're going to keep them in, maybe move them up. Guys aren't doing well, you might move them down or change positions. I know for me, I've played left and center, and I just played second base this last weekend. So it's definitely just trying to find the best mix of guys that mesh together and can produce a lot of runs and give us the best chance of winning.
For sure.
Yeah, and then for Adam, you, Ty Brackbill, and Tommy Meyer have kind of taken the responsibility of leading this pitching rotation, especially in MAC play. You've been the main starters. What does that mean to you, especially in your first year in this program?
Yeah, it's really cool. Going back to like playing for Cope, it's a real privilege to like be a starting pitcher for him, and like he says that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been really cool. I like having that kind of the bigger role.
Yeah.
On the pitching staff. Ty is a younger guy, so he's kind of figuring it out along the way. And Tommy Meyer, the same thing. With him, like older guy, kind of like really stepped up to the responsibility that he knows we have. So yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah.
And then obviously, we've supposed to have the home opener a couple times now, and it keeps getting delayed because of the weather. Just how frustrating is that when it's like, obviously you guys almost 30 games on the road to start the year. How tough is that, and how excited are you guys for the home opener to hopefully finally be happening this weekend.
Yeah, it's definitely tough being on the road. We were in Ohio for 5 weeks in a row, I think it was, but it's also something you can really look at in a different perspective as well. Like, we've matched our win total in both conference and for the full season from last year. We haven't even played a home game yet. We haven't had that advantage. We've been on the road, sleeping in hotels, but I think the best thing is that we know that we can compete on the road, and it doesn't matter where we play. We're gonna go play as hard as we can, and we're gonna give ourselves the best chance to win. And a lot of guys can look at it as, oh, like, poor us, but I think the best way to look at it is, like, this is an opportunity to take road games. That's hard to do in conference. Taking a road game is hard to do, especially in the MAC when everything can change in a second.
Yeah, I think, I mean, kind of playing on the road is kind of, I don't know, it's looked at a little, like, weird. Like, we're just going to show up and play baseball. Like, it doesn't really matter if it's, like, home or away. But, no, it's going to be fun being home. Getting to sleep in your own bed 7 days in a row.
Absolutely.
It was weird, like getting groceries. Like, I had to get groceries for like 6 days instead of like 1 or 2.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be fun.
Good.
And then building off that question, with the Miami series getting moved, you guys lost the home series with that. I'm not even on the team. I thought that was really bogus. I was like, that's kind of annoying. Like, losing a home series and having to go to Miami, and you guys got last at bat, but it was still, you're not on your home field. You had to travel all the way to Oxford.
I mean, yeah, it's just another park to play in. You can't really blame where we played as to why we lost those 2 games there. And then Adam picked us up on Sunday with a big win there on the bump. But I don't think it had too much to do with that we were on the road there. I think we just didn't play up to what we should have those 2 days, and then day 3 we just grinded out a win, and that's what we needed in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, you can throw all the excuses you want. Like, our bus literally broke down on the way
side of the
road. Are you serious?
That's
crazy. Side of the road.
No way.
Yeah, tell that story.
So was it Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
So Saturday we're getting to the field. We're probably 15 minutes away from the field.
Because we had to stay in a hotel that was like 40 minutes
away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 40 minutes. So we were driving 40 minutes there and back for the 3 days. But so we were driving. There's 15 minutes left in the drive, and we pull over. We're like, oh, this is nothing big. I knew, because I sit in the very back of the bus, that there was something wrong with the bus that morning. Me and Colin Summerhill sit back there. We're like, do you hear that sound? Like, that hasn't been there the last 2 days. So we pull over. We're like, all right. And the guy fixes it. He comes back. I was like, we're good. I think we drove 200 feet. Pulled over again, and I think that happened 2 more times. And then it just got to the point where we were just trying to find any way to get to the field. Yeah. I mean, our food got delivered to where we were on the side.
To the side of the road?
got delivered to the road?
Yeah.
No way.
We gave them the address of the house we were outside of. They brought it to us. We were eating on the bus. We were just having fun with it.
The delivery driver took Cope to the game. Like, he drove our head.
Oh, really?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. So how did you guys end up getting there then?
So we ended up having Miami's players come and drive their own cars.
Really?
To get us. Yeah.
No way.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to them.
Yeah,
Shout out to them.
absolutely.
It was actually cool.
I think I got a video of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We're getting off the bus, getting ready to get our stuff in their trucks, and you just see 15, 20 cars coming. They're all honking. They're all like, "Let's go!" It was one of the funniest, but also one of the coolest things, especially like in the MAC. It's just like
Yeah, that's like a really respectable thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That just
so
shows
cool.
like no one's trying to not play games because it's like that stuff that's out of our control. Like guys were getting mad. Some guys were upset at the bus driver. I'm like, the bus driver didn't do anything. It's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his
It
fault.
has nothing to do with him. Yeah. It's just the way the bus was that weekend, and there's just some adversity we had to overcome that day, and it is what it is. We got the bus fixed and went home. Won the next day, and then went home.
So you guys
That's insane.
You guys like super cool with Miami now? Like, they're baseball players?
They're tight.
I mean, I wouldn't say we're tight. But, I mean, if you know a couple of them, you can have conversation with them. Like, I played summer ball one year with one of their players, so I knew him pretty well, and him and I were texting about it. But other than that, like, you just get basic conversation. At least for me, it's probably harder for Brouwer because he's on the mound. But like when I get on base, like, you can have a conversation with a guy and you just compare what's going on. So it's definitely cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Eric, last year you had "Many Men" was your walk-up song, and we thought that was pretty. There were some iconic walk-up songs. We kind of every time we hear that song, we kind of associate it with Eric Erato. So what was your decision to have that as your walk-up song, and is it gonna change this year?
So the walk-up song has changed this year.
Oh no!
So freshman year, I went with some rap. I went with a little Tory Lanez song, and then
I love Tory Lanez.
sophomore year, I had a Lil Baby song. I had a little baby song, Lowdown, and then
Okay.
my mom came to a game, and she looked at me and she goes, "You have to change it." She thought it was terrible. So then I went to a country. I went to a Luke Combs song, and then last year I had Many Men.
Yeah.
I just thought that was super cool. Everyone just wants to have something they can
That's a great
pop their head to
song,
walking up. But no, this year I changed it to a Kid Cudi song that came out on his new
Oh,
album.
okay,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, you guys will have to hear it on Friday.
What was
All
the Tory
right,
Lanez
yeah.
song that you had? Because he loves Tory Lanez.
Do love Tory Lanez.
Broken a Minute.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a hype
that,
song.
That was,
yeah.
I had
Yeah.
that one, and I had Pretty Boy Swag my freshman year. So we had
Oh,
two
yeah,
that
that's a
year,
good
so
one.
I had both of those.
And then Adam, I know pitchers don't really get their walk-up song, especially in college. What would your walk-up song be if you could have one?
I mean, we technically do have one, but they only
Oh,
play
yeah.
it for like the first thing. But yeah, it's a public service announcement by Jay-Z.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Kind of inspired to my freshman year. We had a pitcher, Quinn Gaditis. He got drafted, and he was just a dog, and he always walked out to Jay-Z. So
Okay.
it's kind of the
That's dope,
inspiration. Yeah.
Some great music taste. I
Yeah.
love it.
I think the big thing about walk-ups is like you want something that like not only like kind of describes like what you listen to, but you also want other people to enjoy
Yeah.
too.
Because I remember Demetrol's was Nothing But a G Thing.
Yeah,
that
Snoop
was a
Dogg,
good
yeah.
He's staying on that
Okay,
track.
That's a good
this
one.
year.
That's a
He's
good
got
one.
something like it this year because obviously his name's Andre. We just kind of play
Yeah,
that
yeah.
role. Everyone calls him Dre, but
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
so it just works out for him that way.
Mm.
So do we know if Harp is sticking with Tupac? What is it? California Love? Because he's
He is
from
not.
Cali.
He's
He
not.
is
Oh,
he's switching it
He
up.
switched
I
it up
like
this
that.
year.
Okay.
So when we were at Miami, because it was home, they actually did play our walk-ups.
Okay.
for us.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we got to hear everybody's, but no, his is not California Love anymore.
Okay.
He wanted to switch it up this year.
Yeah.
So he's got something new.
I don't like
Respect
it.
that.
I'll be honest.
I do like his. I think it goes well, but for knowing him as a teammate, it's just like there's no way this guy listens to this.
Yeah, I like
no
California
way.
Love just because he's from Cali.
Yeah,
I think that's
absolutely.
pretty dope.
It was a good
Absolutely.
fit.
Yeah.
I like the suspense building though, because you're not gonna tell us what it is, right? We're just gonna have to hear it.
I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
tell you.
curious. I'm curious.
I'm
now.
not gonna tell you
Yeah.
what it is.
Well, we'll find out. On
I think the
Friday.
best one last year was it Brandon Johnson or what was his name? He graduated. He didn't really
Yeah.
play much. It was
Junior. Yeah.
It was that guitar riff.
it was Dire Straits, Money for Nothing.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
one.
That was Junior's walk up.
Yeah.
Had some good ones. in
You'll
my
like
time.
you'll like Summer Hills this year.
It was like Pop Smoke.
I
or
know it was
something
Pop Smoke last year.
Yeah, he had Pop Smoked last year. This year he is ASAP Ferg.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So he switched it up this year too. But I mean, I love listening to walk up songs.
Yeah.
Especially when you're on defense too, like because
Mhm.
we've been on the road for
Well,
so
yeah.
much
Well, yeah.
that you just hear everybody's,
Yeah.
and then like I'll be in the outfield, I'll hear it, I'll be like, man, that's pretty good. I might have to switch on. And then Summerhill's catching, and I look at him and he's bopping his head. And him and I are roommates on the road
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So we get back to the hotel and we're like, "Do you hear that walk-up song? What was it called?" He goes, "I asked him. He said he'll give it to me tomorrow." So we just get a bunch of new music when
That's
we're on the
cool,
road
yeah.
too. For sure.
Yeah, add it all to the playlist. That's sick.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, that's hilarious.
Nice. And then just the next question I was going to ask you for Eric. Obviously, I think you're hitting over 360 this year. Your average has been awesome. What is your approach, at the dish? A lot of hits, a lot of walks as
A
well.
lot of walks.
Yeah.
I think the main thing that got instilled day one too is that we want to be dangerous on offense. I mean, I obviously don't slug as well as other guys like Summerhill who has, I don't know,
9 bombs.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
9 homers
Yeah.
already. I have none.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's just like I think
It's coming.
I
It's
think I
coming.
understand my role pretty well. Is like being kind of towards the top of the order with Summerhill and Mason Kelly hitting
Mhm.
behind me, 2 guys with some big pop. Like I just got to get on base for them
Yeah.
and try to give them opportunities to drive me in because I know they're going to pitch to me because they don't want to face Summerhill,
Yeah.
one of
Absolutely.
the most dangerous hitters in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
So I think just having the approach of knowing that I'm going to get something to hit, but also knowing what my strengths are
Yeah.
and being able to maybe spit on something if I don't think I'm not going to be able to drive it somewhere. But I
Mhm.
definitely think the best way to hit is without 2 strikes, even though I do hit with 2 strikes a lot,
Yeah.
especially in full counts, and then I draw a lot of walks. But I think the best thing for me is just trying to be aggressive. I've done a better job of that this year, which is why I think there's been a little bit more in the average column
Mhm.
than there was last year. But I definitely think just knowing that I need to get on base for those guys because it's going to make them that much more dangerous too.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you guys, obviously you guys not started the year, but earlier in the year you guys were at LSU, the defending College World Series
Yeah.
champion. How was it playing at that kind of stadium, against that kind of team early in the year?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, it was
Yeah.
really awesome. I mean, at the end of the day, Like, I mean, obviously the experience is incredible. Like literally just walking like on the dirt. The dirt's perfect. Like the mound.
Of course.
Like, everything's just so nice. Everything's perfect. But like at the end of the day, I think I don't know who said it. Kelch did.
Yeah.
Before the game, like talking about, like it's LSU, but like they woke up and put their pants on the same way you did this morning. Like Tommy White, he put his pants on the same way as I did this morning. So
Right.
yeah, obviously an incredible experience, but end of the day, like it's just baseball.
I mean, on top of that, it's just like SEC culture is just different down there too.
That's true. Yeah.
What was our last game? Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday, like a 1:00 game, and there's 10,000 people there.
Yeah.
For LSU to play a non-conference game against us, and it's just it's so real because the fans just get so into it too, no matter what happens. And there's Southern hospitality is a real thing.
Mhm.
Absolutely, everybody there was nice.
Yeah.
We're walking the stadium. Their own staff is like, "Hey, go beat them."
Yeah.
No way.
They're like, "Hey, go beat these
Yeah,
guys."
nice.
I was like, that's pretty cool. But I mean, yeah, for sure, it's definitely you definitely just want to soak in the moment to start because it's not something that like people dream of playing there.
Mhm.
Like you're going up to get into college and you're like, LSU looks cool.
Yeah.
So then you're there and you're like, okay, this is cool, but now I got to play.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to lock in and really hunker down and play them. And it's I think it was good for us. They got some really good arms. They got really talented lineup, and I just think it showed us that we can compete with the best of them at any time, no matter what.
Yeah, because y'all had some close games. I mean, y'all out hit them on Saturday, and I mean the first game was 10-2, but I mean even keeping it that close. I remember last
One of them was 5-2.
Yeah, we out hit them that day.
Yeah, the
I
Saturday
remember
game.
seeing that on the schedule in like December, and I was like, "Eee."
It was scary. I was
Yeah,
like, dang.
I was like, that might not be a great game, but I mean that was a pretty good game. Then y'all beat what was it, Northwestern State
Northwestern State,
that weekend too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it was
And you
good.
beat Northwestern.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that game
last
was
week.
crazy. I was
Talk about that a little
following the live stats at the library. Y'all just kept scoring and scoring. I was
Yeah.
like, geez.
That's a Big Ten game.
Yeah, that was a
Talk about
huge
that.
game.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with an in-state team like that, them being in the Big Ten, it's a big game for us. But the wind was howling out that day. It was a great day to hit, and I think that's going back to what we talked about being aggressive. Is that we were aggressive in counts when we wanted to be, and we were able to hit the ball all over the park that game.
Yeah.
It helped with a lot of walks and stuff like that, but. I mean, our bullpen came in and shut it down, too. That was good.
Mhm.
It's something we needed, and it was definitely good for that going into the weekend series for conference.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wanted to ask you guys about your numbers. So, Eric, you were 5. Adam, you were 11. Is there any kind of, like, backstory into choosing those numbers or just kind of random?
I've got nothing.
No? Okay.
It was
I think
available.
Cope texted me
Yeah, right.
this summer and was like, hey, like, these are the numbers available. What do you want? I was like, 11.
Okay.
Jose Ramirez wears 11.
There you go.
a
That's your
beast.
boy.
Yeah, that is my guy.
I mean, first number I ever had was 7 when I was a kid, and then stayed with 7. Then I went to a travel team, and at the time I was like, thought my dad was the best player of all time. So
Yeah.
he wore 45. So then I wore 45. And then when I got to high school ball, I played football.
Yeah.
And I played quarterback in high school, so you couldn't have 45.
Right.
But 5 was available, so I took
Yeah.
5. And then I've just stuck with 5 ever since. My freshman year, I actually wore number 36 here.
Okay.
And then
All right.
the guy who had 5 transferred out, and the hitting coach at the time texted me. He's like, hey, do you want to change to 5? Like, I know that's your number. I was like, I'd love it.
Yeah,
So I've just
nice.
changed to 5, and now I just ride with it.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
nice, yeah.
Could you not have done 45? Here?
I don't even think.
The highest number we have here is Parcell. He's 44.
He's 44. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I don't even know if there's a 45, because when I first got here, we didn't get the choice. They just handed it to you.
Oh.
Okay.
But he knew that I had wanted number 5 coming in, so he's like, hey, it's available now. Do you want it before I give it to a new guy? I was
Okay.
like, absolutely, I'll take it.
Some schools do it pretty cool. Like I think LSU has is it like number 8 or something?
Did they not have a 99? I thought they
They're-
did.
They do.
Yeah.
Christian Little.
Christian
yeah.
Little.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Travinsky's
sure there you
8.
can-
Travinsky's number 8.
I think they give number 8 to like their captain, like their leader.
Yeah, I think that is a thing.
Okay.
I wonder why. Do you know why that is?
I don't know.
It's Colin
Huh.
Summerhill.
Maybe like
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's something, right? Yeah, we're gonna give number 8. I think Vandy does another thing with their starting pitchers. They're all like 90. They're all like 94, 95, and 96.
I think so, yeah.
That's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's
That's
kind of
interesting.
just random when you get here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
At least it was when I first got here. I don't know how Cope's gonna do it next year, but because
Yeah.
we have 17 seniors. I
A lot
think
of
it
seniors.
is.
There are
Yeah.
so many seniors
Yeah.
on this team.
So there's a lot of numbers that are gonna
Yeah.
open up for sure.
Well, Adam, I wanted to ask you. I saw on the roster you're from Tinley Park. I'm also from Tinley Park.
Oh no way.
So yeah, I'm a Tinley Park guy as well. So like, I just wanted to ask you, like, what did you do just like growing up? Like, what were some favorite things to do in the area?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Okay, interesting. Well, I'll go baseball first. I threw in my so my house has like a brick garage, and I would go outside and just throw baseballs against the bricks like all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, so I went to high school in Palos Heights.
Okay.
So I feel like most of my activities were around there. I'm trying to think like where I played when I was like little.
Because I know for me, well, I played for the Tinley Park Bulldogs.
I
I
played for
didn't.
Bobcats,
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't play anymore after high school, but yeah. So I was a Bulldogs guy,
Yeah.
and then I'd always be at the roller rink when I was a little kid because that's right by my house. The water
yeah,
park,
yeah.
like by the
Yeah.
rec center
Okay,
over
yeah,
there.
in the water park. Yeah.
So.
My mom kind of got scared of water parks.
Oh really?
I feel like those aren't like the safest place to go nowadays. Is that true?
I don't know. In
Drowning in
Tinley,
it?
I don't
I
think
mean-
it's too bad.
Didn't someone just drown there?
I think that was like last summer, 2 summers
Yeah.
ago,
Where?
at our water park in Tinley
Oh.
Park.
I didn't hear about that.
I go to the rec there too, play basketball.
Play
every
basketball,
now and
yeah,
then.
that's a staple.
That's
And
Zach's.
I live
that's
right
his home
by
court.
like the Bulldogs field. I literally live like right around the corner. So
Oh really? Okay,
Yeah.
so over by like Fulton and stuff.
Don't dox him.
Yeah, I guess I should.
Is that the middle
Well,
school there?
Yeah, the middle school's
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm familiar with.
And then so I worked at the Orland Park, or the Chick-fil-A in Orland Park. You know where
Okay,
that is
yeah.
on the Grange.
I
So
would
he wanted to ask
probably
me
do that in the summer,
if
yeah.
you're a frequent
Yeah.
flyer there.
Oh yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they don't
'cause-
have one in DeKalb. So.
I
I
know,
know that's
they
so
need one of
annoying.
those.
They need a wing stop. They
That's
need.
opening up soon,
That's
though.
true.
Oh yeah, I heard that in Sycamore.
You know what they really need? A tropical smoothie.
They do need a
Oh,
They need a
yeah.
tropical smoothie.
Yeah.
here.
Put it
That'd
where
be
the Noodles
fire.
and Company is, man.
Yeah,
Nobody
not a
goes
noodles
there.
guy.
You could put the Chick-fil-A where the old IHOP was.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude,
that's been
that's
there
been.
for
s-
3
It's been
years.
That would be so
Since I've been
special.
here, it's been closed. It closed
Yeah.
during COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
So that building's just been there
Yeah.
with nothing.
Yeah, what a waste of space.
It's a
We
shame.
got a crumble though.
We do it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And we got
That's true.
insomnia downtown.
That's true.
Yeah,
We're missing stuff though for sure. Like,
we do need a Chick-fil-A badly.
Wait, you work at the Chick-fil-A?
No, he does.
No,
Oh, you
I
do.
do.
I just wanted to, because I didn't know if he was gonna ask. I just wanted to know.
So yeah, that's
keep
my
an eye
connection
out.
there.
If you see him, you gotta say what's up now.
I will.
Yeah, I'll probably be there this summer.
Give me
So
With a
discount.
big smile on
Say
his
hello.
face.
He's gonna
Yeah.
hand you a
What high
sandwich.
school
I'm gonna
do
say
you
my
go to?
pleasure.
He's gonna say my
Man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, Erato, you gotta hit one of those when you get a double. First home game.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
I'll hit it.
So because you said that, I want to ask. So you guys keep up with Sketch? Is he like one of your favorite streamers right now? You like watching?
Sketch.
I mean, I just like watching his one-liners. I think he's one of
Yeah,
the
he's
funniest
pretty
guys
funny.
out. Him and Jinx here.
Him, Jinxie, him,
Him and-
Queso.
Yeah, just three funny dudes.
Yeah.
But Sketch is just so.
So.
He just came out of nowhere.
His comment section, bro.
He literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But now he has all these one-liners that everybody knows and
Yeah, they're
repeats.
so
and it's just-
funny.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I think that's another good segue into another question. What are some things you guys do off the field here when you're in DeKalb, and not on the road all the time?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here for 4 years.
There's not much to do.
The Dirty D, man.
I mean,
Molly's.
most of the team lives just south of campus, past the CVS, and then it's
Oh,
right by Mason Park. We
Yeah.
all live in there. I think we have
Mhm.
6 houses there,
Okay.
so we're all pretty close there. So like, we'll all hang out together, watch
Mm.
sports, stuff like that.
March
Uh,
Madness.
Yeah, we were on March Madness.
Oh, yeah.
On the road.
How's
guys
the
filled out a
bracket?
bracket?
How's the bracket?
I won my bracket and my family.
Wish.
Good job.
Got bragging rights this year. NC State to the Final Four is what got me there.
I had that too.
I had it.
I had that
absolutely. I'm
too.
a big DJ Burns fan now.
Yeah,
but,
that guy's
uh,
a beast.
No, just hanging out, watching TV, watching movies. Roommates love video games, so we'll play video games and stuff like that.
The show?
Yeah, they just got the new show.
Oh, I don't have the money for that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
still playing
yeah.
23.
Guys bringing their like Xbox on the road and their monitor,
Yeah.
playing on the bus.
The show's fun.
Yep. did
On the
that last
bus?
year. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Last
Some
year
dedicated
Yeah.
gamers.
brought the monitor on the bus. We were playing home run derby on the way to like Bowling
yeah.
Green or something like that.
That's
But,
legendary.
no, just always hanging out, being around the guys, and I mean, I can't speak for you, but
Yeah, I'm one of the few who doesn't live over there. I mean, I still make it out every
Yeah.
now and then,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, same stuff.
Awesome. And then Eric, I wanted to ask you, since you've been here for 4 years, who are some of the guys that you think have improved the most, over these last couple of years?
see, that's tough because we've had a lot of turnover. We had a lot of transfers come in last year, so that's definitely something to take into consideration. But I mean, his stuff has developed pretty well in his 3 years that he's been here. Caden, Mason Rue, those guys have been great. I think Jake Nelson's taken a great leap this year. He's really showing that he can be a guy, and it's going to help us a lot, especially down the road when we're trying to make a run in the tournament. But, yeah, outside of that, I mean, I think everybody's making strides in their own way. No matter who you look at, they're all a different player than when they got here. And I think that's just something – that's all you can really ask of everybody is just put your work in and put your head down and just try to get better each and every day, 1%. That's all you can ask for from anybody.
Yeah. And then I want to ask, so we have some new guys. We have, like, Mason Kelly's a new or he's not a new guy, but he's, kind of stepped up into a bigger role. Guys like JP Gauthier, how do you say his name? Is something like that? Okay. He's a transfer who's really stepped up lately.
Marcel is a freshman.
Marcel's a freshman.
Big Chuck.
Yeah, Parcel's a freshman who's had a big year. What are these like new guys and guys who stepped in a bigger role? How has that kind of helped the team this year?
I think it's helped the overall mojo of the team, knowing that guys can just step in at any given time. Chuck being a freshman, he's played a big role being one of our starting outfielders from day one. JP, when we got him back, he's been great for us. Transferred here from Illinois State, and he's definitely just kind of taken over that center field role, and he's hitting the leadoff spot this last week. He's been great up there. And then Mason Kelly, I mean, talk about a guy who just gets work done. Mm-hmm. He just does it, no matter what it is. And he's really come out of his shell this year too. He's hilarious. Good. Yeah. He is a quiet kid, but when he talks, it is funny. It is hilarious. If you get him and Seegers next to each other, you can't get him to stop talking. It's great. But I mean, Mason's definitely stepped up, especially hitting behind Summerhill. It just provides more opportunities for him too, and because he's been hitting so well, they have to throw to Summerhill,
right?
Because
they don't want to get to Kelly,
Yeah, so it's just I think that just makes it so much better for the lineup as a whole too.
Yeah.
So Eric, with you being a Brewers guy, and Adam, you being a Cubs guy, like, you guys have any predictions? NL Central battle this year?
Neither.
Neither.
Well, it's not gonna be the Cardinals.
No, the Cardinals stink.
They're terrible.
They're not gonna do it. I mean, the Brewers are playing right now. I think they were tied last I checked, but they're 4-0.
They started off pretty good.
4-0.
Yeah.
Got to beat the Twins.
They might be the villain team this year.
I know, yeah.
Reese
especially to the
Hoskins.
Mets.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you about that. How do you feel about Jeff McNeil? I think he's Charmin. Charmin, ultra soft.
I'm not going to speak on him. He's a big leaguer. I'm not.
Fair enough.
True.
I need to dial in on my Cubs this year. I slack pretty hard.
Okay.
They killed the Rockies
I'm
yesterday.
gonna get into
It's
MLB
the
baseball this year, and I
Rockies.
just don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, the Cubs got a good team this year, honestly. Even as a Sox guy, I mean, Sox are going to be horrendous this year.
Yeah,
so
I'm not a Cubs fan.
we did win last night.
Who'd you play?
Atlanta. Beat Atlanta 3-2.
Not bad.
Believe it or not. Believe it or not.
Not bad. Who pitched?
Crochet.
That's why you won.
Yep. 7 innings, 1 run.
Yep.
Ozuna hit 2 bombs
Yeah.
from
he
the
did.
Braves. Ozuna from the Braves. So, Bro, since you're a Cubs guy, how do you enjoy the 2016 World Series?
Oh yeah.
Are we still talking about this?
Old news.
We do it for him because he's an Indian or Guardians fan.
Guardians fan.
Gotta be careful with it.
Don't want to get canceled.
No,
I know a lot of people listen to this podcast.
it might be cringe saying it, but like I remember where I was like when the Cubs won.
I remember where I was.
I remember I was.
I remember getting made
I was
fun of every
depressed.
day for the next week.
Yeah.
Because I lived here in Chicago, so it was just ass. Or sorry for cussing. Sorry for cussing. It was terrible. I probably got made fun of for like a week. It was just the worst. But at least somebody was happy.
So
All
where
right.
were
Not
you
me.
there when
I was on my couch at home.
Okay.
There
But
you
it
go.
was like it's like instilled in my memory. You know?
Of course.
Well, I remember where I was when Rajay hit the homer.
Yeah.
I think the roof of my house is still falling from orbit.
I was going crazy too.
That was happiest moment in my life. Then the tarp
You a
came
Bears
out.
fan?
Then the Tarp came. I don't really watch football.
Oh, you should.
See, I've
So
seen.
you're a Packers guy, right?
I am.
Mm.
Oh yeah, we've seen it on your Instagram story.
And I'm a Bucks fan. So
Okay.
I've seen. So
Yeah.
my time, I've seen the Packers win it.
Lucky.
And I've seen the Bucks win
Lucky.
it. So now I'm just waiting on the Brewers to finally step up.
I almost had it
yeah.
in, what was it, 18?
They should have. They should have gone.
Came up
it-
short against the Dodgers?
Don't.
I'm sorry.
They should have won it.
Bringing
that
up
year.
past
I was-
drama.
So I don't watch football, but that sounds like delusion. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
That's just
The Brewers. That's
It's like, oh, my other 2 teams won it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any.
I've only seen the Hawks.
You're still holding on to 2016.
That was
The Bucks
somewhat
at least won it
recent.
in 2021.
It did.
They did.
All right.
Yeah, I just have 3 Hawks Stanley Cups. That's it. all my other teams are pretty trash. Oh, I mean the Cavs won it, but I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah.
Not a
Cavs
big
did win it that
basketball
one year.
guy. I hate LeBron.
Being a basketball guy, we talk about the Bulls, but we weren't alive, so it's like.
No, we
Yeah.
missed it. We missed the golden years with Jordan.
And then the Browns are just terrible.
I mean, they got.
You got the hat for him, so that's
Oh, yeah. I show my support. Got the Jarvis Landry jersey and the Nick Chubb jersey. We were here when Nick Chubb got hurt. That was one of the worst days the last year.
That was brutal.
That was.
Yeah.
Then they didn't show it, and then I kept seeing it on social media, and I was like, please stop.
Yep.
I don't want to see it. It was like 90 degrees backwards. That was disgusting.
Stuff you don't wish on anybody.
No, that was
No.
terrible. Except Micah Fitzpatrick, because he did it, so he deserves it.
This guy's evil.
Micah Fitzpatrick's evil.
Evil Mr. Beast.
You guys want to get into numbers? 'Cause we're
I don't
actually running
give.
on a little-
I actually had one more question.
Sure.
So, Erato, you pitched in high school, and Brouwer, I think you had like a 351 batting average your senior year. We
yeah,
checked
oh
this
yeah.
out. You
Yeah,
went
we were
6 and
stalking.
2. Well, we were just looking for questions. Who would win if Erato pitched to you? Who's coming out victorious for that match?
I'm striking out.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think if you give me 6 weeks to take
6
BP and hit, I think I can get a hit off you.
A hit with defense out there.
How many tries? All right,
Maybe
so 10
I'll
10?
give you
at-bats.
10 at bats.
10.
10 at bats. I get 4 hits.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
400 hitter?
Yeah, Ted Williams.
So I don't think Adam knows this. My sophomore year here, I threw in the fall.
Okay.
Oh,
That
did you
is-
really?
I
How
pitched here in
hard
the fall.
you throw?
Okay.
I think I topped at 88.
Okay.
That's respectable.
I went 4 outings. I went 88. Next outing was 84. It was 81, and it was 77.
Oh, man.
I can hit 77 to 82 range.
I'm telling you right now, I'm snapping
No?
off a curveball. You're done. You're done.
So all 10 at bats, you think you're putting?
I don't think
going
I.
0 for 10.
I don't think I'm striking him out 10 times,
Okay.
but I don't with
With defense?
defense. I don't think he's getting a hit.
Wow.
There's no way.
We gotta make this
Hitting
happen.
is hard.
Oh, it
I'm not
is.
just-
We should do
I'm
this
not
for a
discrediting
YouTube
my
video.
pitching.
Probably
We should
walked
do a
you 4
YouTube video. We do
I'm not discrediting pitching's hard too.
Yeah,
but
we'll
hitting
do
is hard.
Eric Erato versus Adam Brouwer. We'll make a video out of
We
it.
might
You
have
have
to.
6
I like
weeks
that.
though, so
Yeah.
you gotta get ready quick.
We'll
I
do
gotta
it at the
start
end of the
going
year.
down.
We'll let Adam
get a-
train. We'll do it at the end of the year.
Flyo training.
And,
program. Get my velo up.
and we'll come out. We'll record. We'll post it to the website.
Yeah,
to the
I would love to
YouTube.
see that matchup.
We'll make it happen.
All right, Joe, you want to explain what numbers is?
Well, I mean, if you watch Pardon My Take, you know what numbers is. You from Barstool. At the end of
So,
every episode,
we might
guess
have-
a random
might
number
have to
1 to
go over
100.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna
refresher.
Wait, I literally just pick a number 1 through 100.
1 through 100, and then I'm gonna generate a random number on my computer. They
I
do
think
this
we've
at
got,
the end
what,
of-
one person has ever got it right?
Who got it right?
I know.
I think Alex got it right.
I think I have
Of
my
course,
number.
Alex
And
got
but
it
then,
right.
I think I have it.
Sadie McGill got it right.
Oh,
I
did
have
she?
soccer on, yes.
Oh,
I have women's
Well,
soccer on.
you could be the second guest ever
Yes.
to get it right.
So
All right.
we'll go around the room and then you guys pick a number. So Adam, we'll start with you.
84.
Dylan Cease. I like it.
37.
I'm going to go with 20.
He's-
20 is
no,
my
Steve wants-
number.
Okay. I will go with 3 if you can't hear me. 3 is my number.
I'll do 10 for Jan Gomes and me.
All right.
All right. 95.
95.
Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett.
We're
I'll like show the
close.
camera. Brouwer was closest.
Yeah,
with
Adam was
84.
closest.
That's
So,
terrible.
You get nothing, though.
Thank you.
All right.
brother.
Do you wanna,
Even if you won, you got nothing also.
Yeah.
Closest doesn't mean anything.
You just get bragging rights over every other guest.
But I'll let you do the outro if you want.
Oh, thank you, brother. Well, I mean, that does it for this episode. We had NIU baseball, one of the best episodes ever.
Yeah, thank you guys for
That was
coming
really
out.
cool talking to you
Yeah,
guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
appreciate it.
really nice. We'll get that pitching matchup later.
Come out on Friday for opening day for
Yeah,
baseball.
yeah, do that.
Yeah.
We will be there for every home game.
Every
There's only
home
like
game.
11.
We'll be
3
there.
o'clock versus Bowling Green.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be there.
Home opener.
Eric Arato's gonna hit a home run.
Saving him for home.
Yep.
We'll say that.
All right,
brother.
that's all.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.